sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you. In the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you.
Good morning everybody and welcome to the latest virtual Elite FPL breakfast show where I'll be previewing the upcoming game week, or in this case game weeks 22 and 23. But before I get on with that, I just want to do some quick business, some quick admin. because tomorrow's a very, very, very special occasion, specifically for the guys at Planet FPL. I've got it up on screen at the moment. It's their 24-hour live stream. I keep saying this, I couldn't care less if I was on it or not. I'd still be promoting it anyway, because it is an absolute incredible effort that James and Suj will be doing for essentially raising money for various NHS charities. Up on screen now is basically all the details, specifically for when I'm going on. They've kindly asked me, as I've said before, and you all know anyway, for people that don't know, they've kindly asked me to go on for a quick half-hour slot, like all their guests. They're all coming on for a quick half-hour slots. I'll be going on at 1 p.m. tomorrow, which is Saturday. Like I say, all the details are up on screen right there, but obviously if you want any more details, go to their Twitter page at Planet FPL, and if you've got any questions to ask, i.e. how to donate money, etc., they'll be more than happy to answer those questions, but it's pretty self-explanatory. I've done it myself. I'll be donating my money tomorrow, but it'll be just more importantly, it'd just be fantastic if anybody that is watching this now, or anybody that's a fan of Planet FPL, a fan of this show, at 1 p.m. tomorrow, you'll all be there to support me, basically, because I'm not going to lie, I'm going to be a bit nervous going on there, because, yeah, they're a bit of an influence on for me. I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to beat about the bush here, but yeah, tomorrow at 1 p.m. I will be going live on Planet FPL's 24-hour stream, and ironically, I've seen the schedule. The schedule hasn't been published at all yet, and I'm not going to reveal it until those guys do, but all I can say is this: about 90% of the content that they're going to be producing, I'm going to be wanting to watch, which is mental, or even listen to, and I will be pretty much listening to the whole of the 24 hours, which I know again sounds absolutely ludicrous, but my shift patterns essentially revolve around when they're going to be on anyway, so yeah, it's going to be absolutely fantastic, and I'm just going to be looking forward to being part of it. Anyhow, that out the way, what I'm going to do is we're going to just quickly just get on with the preview show, which is for all things virtual FPL, and coming off the back, I mean, our man Dylan's saying that it was a terrible game week. I mean, maybe for you, I really enjoyed last night. I've, funny enough, I've just spent the last 2 hours putting together clips, the highlights from last night's show, and basically I'm just going to go and upload it to YouTube later, and yeah, I need to edit it all, put it all together. It'll take me a while, but whatever. I've got about 52 clips to edit together. They're all going to be short clips, but we were joined by a special guest, FPL Penguin, last night. It was all a bit of fun. There were lots and lots of goals that we were reacting to, but I don't care about last night anymore. It's on to the preview show, and we've got 2 game weeks. It's the weekend, of course. Saturdays and Sundays, we've got 1 game week after the other. I'll be letting you know my thoughts about transfers, best captaincy options, etc., etc. But let's just get on with it. Let's just kick off with them. And I've noticed on Fantasy Football Scouts, someone said that it looks like, apart from Crystal Palace, that all the games are exactly the same order as what they were for the first 18 game weeks, or whatever it works out to be. So yeah, we're just going to be literally going exactly through as the ticker, as I can bring it up here. Well, I can't bring it up here, but whenever game week 1 was, yeah, all the fixtures are exactly the same for each team. So here we go. We kick off with Burnley versus Arsenal. Like I said, I'll be just giving you my quick predictions. I'm usually pretty good. I mean, Jason was excellent last night with his predicting. He got some of the scores virtually bang on. It was quite frightening, really, a bit eerie. But let's just see what I think about these games. I'll give you the best captaincy options as well. I'll tell you what they did in the virtual FPL game in the corresponding fixture, and also what happened in real life. But yeah, Burnley versus Arsenal. Burnley, of course, getting an incredible 2-0 win last night at Sheffield United. Chris Wood with 2 goals, despite Sheffield United playing essentially 8 defenders in that game. Burnley were able to break through excuse me, Arsenal back to winning ways there against, well, a shameless Watford. 3-0 and a Aubameyang hat-trick. Arsenal usually do pretty well against Burnley. They're usually tight games, and that's exactly what I'm predicting for this particular fixture tomorrow evening. I'm going 2-1 to Arsenal. Aubameyang, if you're thinking of captaining Aubameyang versus Burnley, In virtual FPL, he got 2 goals in the first fixture. In real life, he's made 2 appearances versus Burnley and has got the 1 goal. Now then, Chelsea versus Wolves. I'm predicting a very, very, very high scoring game in this particular fixture. There was obviously an incredible game at the Etihad yesterday where Chelsea went and won 4-2. It was absolutely nuts. All the goals basically coming in the first half. It was absolutely crazy. And I think this is going to be another goals galore game. And I'm going 3-2 to Chelsea, a team in form at the moment. Man United and Norwich. I think this is going to be a comfortable victory for United. They're going to get back to winning ways, and I think after that 2-2 draw with Newcastle, again, Newcastle doing really, really well at home against a top 6 team. I'm going to go Man United to win this 3-1. We move on to Watford versus Sheffield United. This is going to be an absolute terrible game. I think they're both going to score, and I think it's going to be a drab 1-1. Tottenham versus Man City. Oh, 2 teams that cannot defend at the moment. Extremely leaky, both of them. I keep backing Man City here. I don't know why, and I'm going to back them again. I think just like the Chelsea-Wolves game, I think this is going to be a very high-scoring game. And I'm going 3-2 to Man City. I keep backing City. I don't know why. I think they're useless at the moment, but they are scoring goals. And Tottenham can't keep clean sheets. We all know who's going to get onto the score sheet, though. It'll probably be Aurier. He'll probably get his standard assist like he did last night. And that's what I'm expecting in this particular fixture. But I do think that Man City are going to come out in this top 3-2. West Ham versus Leicester. Anybody thinking of captaining Vardy in this game? Well, he got 1 goal versus West Ham at home to West Ham. And I think that he could be on the score sheet again. Penguin was absolute despair when he went and scored that last-minute goal last night. And I think this is going to be the same tomorrow, and I'm going to go 3-0 to West Ham. So there's a nice clean sheet there. I know Wayne Dean, your science you pick should be able to get you a clean sheet in this game. Brighton versus Crystal Palace. Again, I think this is going to be another awful, awful game. But I think Brighton have got the form at the moment, and I'm going 2-1 to Brighton. Liverpool Sheffield United. Oh, it was Watford-Southampton, sorry. Watford-Southampton 1-1. So it's Liverpool versus Sheffield United. I think it's going to be a comfortable victory for Liverpool here. I think a standard 3-0 win. For anybody thinking of captaining Mane or Salah, Salah in this specific game scored 1 goal versus Sheffield United. Mane got an assist in that game. In real life, both of them have made 2 appearances each. Salah with a goal and an assist. Mane with a goal. And I think I've created my own headache myself by having both Mane and Salah. But I think that the good old swapping captaincies around, when Salah's at home, captain him. When Mane's away, captain him. I'm going to do exactly the same here. And I'm going to be going Salah captain at home. Although I'm a bit concerned about the amount of minutes he's playing. He always seems to be being substituted around the 64th minute, 65th minute mark. Is a bit concerning, so maybe I may just go Mane captaincy. Aston Villa versus Bournemouth. I think Bournemouth are going to be there for the taking, and I'd like to think that Grealish will get on the score sheet again, getting a penalty last night, and I'm going 3-1 to Aston Villa. And then finally we end on a bit of a drab game. Everton versus Newcastle. Calvert-Lewin owners, you're going to be in for a treat, and I think he's going to do pretty well in this game, and I'm going 2-0 to Everton. I think it's going to be a pretty comprehensive victory. There could be even more goals in that particular game. We then move on to game week 23, where once again I think we're going to get a lot of goals across these 2 game weeks. Game week 23, we're kicking off with, well, this is going to be awful. Newcastle versus West Ham. Oh, I'm going 1-0 to West Ham. Newcastle, sorry. 1-0 to Newcastle. It's going to be an absolute awful game. Crystal Palace versus Chelsea. I think this is going to be a comfortable victory for Chelsea. And I'm going 3-1 to them. Man City, Man U. It's the big derby. 2 teams that are conceding goals for fun at the moment. I believe it was 2-2 last time round in this game, and I'm going exactly the same again. I'm going 2-2 in this particular fixture, and I'm thinking Sane is going to do well in that particular game. Southampton, Burnley. I'm going with my team. I'm going Burnley. I think we're on a bit of form at the moment. Southampton are just not scoring goals, and I'm thinking that, saying that, I think they're going to get a goal in this game, and I think Burnley are going to edge this 2-1. Sheffield United versus Aston Villa. Can Sheffield United get a clean sheet? Could my triple up get a clean sheet against Aston Villa? I don't think they will. But I think they're going to win. I'm going 2-1 to Sheffield United. Norwich versus Everton. I think this is going to be a shock. I think that Norwich are going to come out on top of this. They're at home, and I'm going 2-1 to Norwich. Bournemouth-Leicester, 2-1 Leicester. Simple victory here. I think Bournemouth will score because they're at home, but I think Leicester will come out on top. Now then, our first captaincy pick. I do think that Jimenez could be a captaincy option here. However, in virtual FPL, he didn't get anything against Spurs when they played each other. However, in real life, he's made 2 appearances versus Spurs, and he's got 1 goal and 1 assist. And I do think that this is going to be a high-scoring game. I'm going 3-2 to Wolves. Arsenal versus Liverpool. This is another beautiful game here, and I really do think Mane could be an exceptional captaincy choice in this particular fixture. In this particular game, virtual FPL at home, he got 1 goal and 1 assist. In Salah, on the other hand, 0. In real life, both of them have played Arsenal. They both made an appearance once each. Salah getting 2 goals, Mane getting nothing. And then for any for any potential Vardy captainers, this could be the best option when Bournemouth are at home to Leicester. So Leicester away at Bournemouth. Well, in this particular fixture, when Leicester were at home, Vardy got a goal and assist. In real life, has made 1 appearance versus Bournemouth, got 2 goals and 1 assist. So any Vardy owners out there, I'd highly recommend you captain him against Bournemouth. And then finally, the last game of this particular game. God, why have they put this game last? Awful. It should be Arsenal versus Liverpool. It's not. It's Brighton versus Watford. This is going to be absolutely terrible. But I think Brighton are going to come out on top of this 2-0. I was just quickly going through some transfer thoughts regarding Jamie Vardy, interestingly enough. I'm looking at getting rid of Danny Ings. The issue is which midfielder I basically get rid of. I can get rid of Ings. That's not difficult at all. Getting rid of Ings, just removing him. I was looking at maybe Fernandes. Fernandes has been off form at the moment. In fact, if we just quickly look at Fernandes's returns over the last few fixtures, we will see that actually it's not been that great. It's not been particularly interesting from a Fernandes point of view. And I just think at the moment there are other players offering better value than Fernandes. Now, I know obviously Fernandes is highly owned, but I'm willing to take the risk. He's got 2 tough fixtures. He got 11 points versus Burnley at home in Gameweek 19. The last 2 fixtures he's blanked. Against Liverpool he only got 3 points. Now admittedly between Gameweek 15 and 17 he got 11, 9 and 10. So actually looking at this, maybe I'm thinking, maybe Stevie, you're speaking out of your backside like normal. I just find that Man United's fixtures, you've got Norwich at home, which is a fantastic fixture. Fernandes away got 2 goals. Yeah, there we are. 2 goals and an assist versus Norwich away. Could he repeat the same? But at home to Man City, he only got 2 points, so that's 20 points. I was looking at bringing in Vardy, and I was thinking of bringing in McGinn. Yeah, McGinn. because of Aston Villa's fixtures. But I worked out that based on virtual FPL's fixtures, that their total amount of points only equated to, in the corresponding fixtures, about 17, so about 2 or 3 points less than what Fernandes and Ings brought in. But I am tempted to bring in Vardy. But another thing that I've noticed with Vardy is that he likes his main point scoring is coming at home. That's the key for me. I do like looking at this simple data. And Vardy at home, as we can bring it up on screen here. Home to Bournemouth 11. Home to Norwich 13. So that's 2 of his double-digit points coming at home. His other high-scoring points: Everton at home 9, Wolves at home 7, Tottenham 6. Away from home, it's okay. Man City 9. It seems to me that he appears to only like playing at home when he gets his big kind of like big point scoring. He does seem to average like almost a goal a game virtually. If Jamie Vardy starts, he scores. That's virtually as simple as it gets. If he starts, he scores. But mainly, if you're going to back him, it's going to be at home. And unfortunately, the home he's got 2 away fixtures in the next 2 games, albeit they're pretty decent fixtures. And when looking at this, getting rid of Danny Ings, and like I say, getting rid of Fernandes to get me a decent midfielder. I was tempted by getting in Neto back in again, but their fixtures, Wolves, are terrible at the moment. So let's just quickly put Jamie Vardy in, because then you can see how much money I've got in the bank. So, and this would be for a -4. I took a -8 yesterday. It completely paid off, to be fair. So Vardy in, I've got 6 million. It's a question of who the hell I would bring in, but a Fantasy Football Focus saying a punt on McGuinness. McGuinness. Pint of McGuinness. Very good. It's McGinn, isn't it? Not McGuinness, it's McGinn. And I think it's worth, I think it could be worth paying off. Or maybe, I think getting back in Neto to save me that 0.1 million. Or even Traore. But Traore just doesn't seem to be starting games. It's something I'm going to be pondering over the next 24 hours or so. And I think that will just simply conclude the preview show. Like I say, I like keeping these videos short and sweet. I appreciate everybody joining me live this morning. What I will say is that keep your eyes out for the highlight package show that I'm going to be putting together in the next 5 seconds. Once I go off air from last night's stream with FPL Penguin. It's all a bit of fun. It'll be about 2 minutes long. And all I will say is that, like I keep banging on about, all I can say without repeating myself is join me tomorrow at 1 PM on Planet FPL. It's pretty obvious to go to YouTube and type in Planet FPL and support the guys for their NHS charity work that they're going to be doing to their 24-hour stream. But me specifically, I'm going on at 1 PM. Other than that, all I will say is it's the usual standard thing. If you are completely brand new around here and you enjoy the content that myself and Jason are producing regarding virtual FPL, just simply hit the subscribe button. If you've enjoyed the video, just simply hit the like button. Myself and Jason, for the final time, that's right, the final time, I will be doing live reactions to the games, or covering, more importantly, it'll be the last time I'll be covering the live games tomorrow evening. So join myself and Jason for that at 7 PM usual time. Other than that, everybody, I will see you tomorrow, hopefully at 1 PM on Planet FPL. If not, I will see you for virtual FPL live at 7 PM tomorrow. Cheers, guys, and I'll see you later.